I'd be grinning like Neil Doncaster if I made as much money running Scottish football as badly as he does. But guess what, guys? Some good news for once regarding a TV deal. Two more matches in the 2025-26 season. We'll come back to Fog Football, and not only is it two more matches, it is actually in the split. Not for the top six, it's for the bottom six. So your wee Diddy Club Hearts could have potentially have been on TV. The cameras could have been at Tynecastle. Oh, Hearts, Hearts, glorious Hearts. No, cameras could have been there last season, but they weren't there. And you know what? Banter aside, relegation matters.
Yeah, relegation is arguably, depending on the positioning and the point separation between clubs, bottom six games could be more important than top six games.
Absolutely, and I think last season kind of proved that to a degree because title fight was done. Hibs already got third. I mean, yeah, Dundee United Aberdeen last game of the season, but that was not like that was on TV, was it?
No.
Which it would have been good if it was. Obviously, Aberdeen won the cup, and it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But anyway, bottom six, you had a lot of drama there. But the good news is, two games have been decided to be shown on television from Premier Sports. But to reiterate, before this deal got announced, Sky had the right to show 60 live top flight games per season, with Premier Sports securing a deal to show 20 live matches for 5 years from last term, which I think, we said it last year, it was a great deal. That there was a lot of 5:30 kickoffs on Premier Sports and 5:45s and all that good stuff, and some 3 p.m. games on a Sunday. Really enjoyed the games on Premier Sport, and I think for the most part, I prefer the Premier Sport coverage. Do you?
I know you don't like the Sky Sports who Boyd and shit, but I prefer Sky Sports, to be fair.
Right, well, what gives you the better footballing experience? Banter out of it.
I don't really care. If my team wins, that's a good experience.
Right, yes, but let's take our
like
let's take our wee maroon tinted specs off here. Premier Sports does a better job for me than Sky. I don't feel like you actually get like a definitive answer out of the coverage on Sky. It's always point scoring. It's see Sutton and Boyd, if they ever fucking gave their truthful opinion about a decision that affected either of their team, I'm not convinced they have. I feel like at least on Premier Sports with Neil Lennon, Alan Hutton, Charlie Mulgrew, guys like that, they do speak a wee bit of the truth, so to speak. But anyway, the two games have been added, so that means Premier Sports are getting 22 live games. So the SPFL and both broadcasters have agreed to change the agreement to allow Premier to screen two live matches in the bottom half of the table. Fans and some pundits had criticised the fact that no games in the bottom six have been shown live for several seasons despite drama at the foot of the table. And I think rightfully so, because, I mean, there's a lot, I mean, joke about, fans this, fans that, Livy've got no fans. There's going to be a lot of fans, right, next season, and, I mean, this season as well with Hearts and other clubs, that are going to be interested in the bottom six. It's not just, I mean, as much as we can sit here and say, well, it's all about the top six European places in the battle for the league. Fact of the matter is this: the relegation battle last season was more interesting than the league fight. That's a fact. That's 100% fact. And with next season, talking about Dundee, Falkirk and Livy are just up, and many other teams that could get dragged into that fight, I think the relegation fight next season is probably going to be one of the most interesting things in the league. So therefore, going into the last couple of games, we need the last two games shown.
And according to this deal, it's a possibility.
Well, no, the two games are going to get shown.
Yeah, but they might not be the last two.
I think they will pick the last two, though. I think that makes sense, because especially with the split being the bottom six play after the top six, or it might be they play before, but they don't play the
but
same
another
day.
thing is, I mean, if you could have if you have the last two games, there's a possibility that by the time you get there, they are not playing for anything.
True, but you can also work around it and be like, right, well, that's where we think it's going to end, and that's where it might not end. But Neil Doncaster, SPFL chief executive, the guy that makes a lot of money for doing hee-haw, and the stuff he does do is shite. He said the change was great news for fans, and I quote, "We know supporters have been keen to tune into the most exciting games in the bottom six as clubs battle to avoid relegation. And we've been discussing that situation with our broadcast partners over recent months. We'd like to thank Sky Sports and Premier Sports for their support in agreeing the change to their broadcast contracts." End of quote. But do you know what the tragic thing is for me? Right? He's making out that this is like a monumental deal. They've done this, they've done that, they've ripped up trees, they've built cities. Right? It's fucking two games.
Yeah, two games.
Like, it's 2 games. We're not talking about, oh, every game in the bottom 6 is going to be on television via the red button. From match day 34 to the end, match day 38. It's 2 fucking matches, man. And knowing how retarded the selections of these games are, like, say for example, right, Hearts finished in the bottom 6 again, which I don't think they would. Say they did, they would actually put Hearts against Kelly on TV, 7th versus 8th with nothing on the line, then put like 11th versus 12th, Levy Falkirk.
Yeah, they'll just put on the game that they think will have like a higher attendance and a game that'll be watched by more
Because
people.
that's what they do.
But in the end, I mean, I think you'd rather see a match that has more importance, even if it is between two lesser followed sides or back sides. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, that's what they do, and it's always been a trend. But you know what? The deals, at least the TV deals, are getting better. It's not all doom and gloom. I mean, we can sit here and greet about them, but yeah, before last season, you didn't get any on Premier Sports. You get hee-haw now, but we get 82 games guaranteed, unless something else happens. But that is it, guys. It's always slow news, but you know what? We've almost made it through June, and are you not expecting a spicy July?
Well, yeah, transfers have to happen sooner or later. You've got the Premier Sports Cup beginning. Qualifiers. I mean, it's going to be a great month. Well, I mean, it's got potential to be it could be shit.
I'm
hoping it won't be like, I mean, here, Hearts could already be down to 2 possible trophies come the end of July.
Rangers could be at the Champions League.
Wouldn't it be good?
It wouldn't be good, guys, but to tell you something that is good, this
Celtic
fucking
could have spent
channel.
the entire war chest by the end of July.
They could
Probably won't, but I mean, they could.
No, they could. That would.
I just hope Hearts have spent most of that £10 million that Tony Bloom's invested.
That would be good for your wee team. Anyway, till next time, guys. Peace.